Lessons from peak week. So we've had three since the last video, but probably the biggest lesson for me so far as a coach from both peak weeks is that I am always going to be learning. So something that I place on my own onus is that I didn't consider properly the uniqueness of Amy doing 2 back-to-back shows and having to travel interstate. Not that anything went wrong in that regard. We nailed everything around nutrition and her actual peaking. It was more of the mobility and stiffness from what comes from a show day. So you get a lot of back pump, you get a lot of pain, you get a lot of stiffness, and just kind of the adrenaline dump after the fact, you just end up very tight. And coming to a back-to-back show and having to travel for that, I pretty much corrected almost instantly once it clicked in my head and I realized that we need to have more of a mobility awareness coming into that. So whether it's pre-flight, post-flight, whatever it might be, in my head it's like, oh, it's just Sydney. I haven't forgot that even when I'm in prep, that you do get that little bit tighter, a little bit stiffer, and everything's just a little bit more worn out. So noticing that we had to get loose on the day, that it's just something that through experience now that I'll never do that again. I always ensure that a client has something ready to go for their mobility, looseness, flexibility, just being able to get into ranges and positions of posing. But it's just something that I realized is a lesson for me, is that no matter how much experience I get, how much I learn, how much I implement, correct, and fix, there's just, the better you get, the more nuanced the corrections have to become, and you'll just always start to learn something new. So there's definitely a takeaway for me for this prep for both athletes so far, is that even this far in, I'm continually refining and adjusting and correcting the system. So that was feedback that I put into my review process pretty much the night after Amy's show. And it was something that I corrected almost immediately, but it's something that you just don't figure out until you're in the game doing it and putting in the reps. And yeah, it's just a mistake that I'll continue to learn from.